welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have entered into 1398 Part B. It is currently July of 1398, and we are here with Aurora Smith. She is currently just working on getting a little bit of the house cleaned up. She's cleaning the floor and doing a little bit of menial task here around the house. She is working really hard to try to keep the house tidy, and as you can see, it is hard work, but she is, she's feeling good about it. We have Amos is outside, and he is just getting a little bit of work done on the blacksmithing table. Once he is done with that, I'm probably going to have him go ahead and get some of the chores done with the animals and make sure that they are fed and that the coop is cleaned and things of that nature, so that we can make sure everyone has been tended to. It looks like the shed is clean, but we will need him to come over and feed and clean Clara and probably get her milked. So we'll have him go ahead and tend to those chores. And we don't have any eggs currently, and it looks like the coop is clean. So the chickens are doing pretty good. We are going to have Aurora do a little bit of reading this morning, and she is going to learn a little bit about cheese making once she's done cleaning up around the house, because we want her to learn a little bit about that so that we can hopefully start getting some cheese making done in the house. I did a little bit of reading up on that mod and learned that we have to basically start out reading about that skill before she can actually pick up enough knowledge to be able to use that function of the cheese making appliances. So we're going to have her start reading up on that so that she can learn how to make cheese curds. And then once she has learned how to make the cheese curds, she should be able to go ahead and get started making some of the cheese. So that'll be good. I have gone ahead and had them try for a baby, and hopefully we will find out if they are expecting soon. They did need to go ahead and try again for another child because, as we know, they are our main household, and it is time for them to try for another little one, since every day they need to be trying for a child. Obviously, we do have little Erlene, and she will be aging up tomorrow into an infant, but I did want them going ahead and trying again for another little one. And we have this rooster that has just decided to come help himself into the house. We absolutely love that. It does look like at some point soon we will have to go ahead and get Aurora to get herself a bite to eat, and she will want to go and get herself off to the washroom. But she has acquired the cheese making skill, and with that she has learned how to curdle milk and make cheese curds, which is the foundational ingredient used in cheese making. So that is fantastic. Hopefully we will be able to get those cheese curds made, and she'll be able to start doing the cheese making, which is going to hopefully help us out in being able to start that cheese making process, and we'll finally be able to start making cheese here in the house. So I am looking forward to that. Did you tend to the cow like I wanted you to do, Amos? I don't think you did. Why don't you come over here and feed and clean Clara, and then you can do a little bit of milking her as well. Well, maybe he did do that because he does have some milk in his inventory. All right, perfect. And let's go ahead and we will... No, I don't want to call them in. I wanted to see if the coop needed cleaned, but it doesn't look like that is the case. We also did have a harvest that took place because it was harvest time, so we did harvest some things. It is harvest day. I am just going to go ahead and get them to harvest again because it is harvest day. It looks like there are a couple more things that need to harvest. So today is the harvest, so we will get him to come over and just harvest some things and get some things weeded. I want to make sure we can get all of our harvestables up before it is no longer spring here. and we'll have plenty of things for our fridge available to cook with, and that will be good for us to have before we go into our next season. Obviously, when we head into our next season, we will have to roll and find out what we're going to get as far as if we get great soil or poor soil, or if we are going to have a blight, or if we're going to have bugs. So we will be rolling for that. All right, you're gonna probably need to come in and take care of Erlene and change this dirty diaper and maybe even do a little bit of a feed. So I'm gonna get her to stop reading now and come in and take care of the baby. It looks like he was coming in to check on the baby, but I'm gonna have him continue on with his chores, and I'm just gonna let her take care of the little one. So we'll have her go ahead and do that. And then we'll have her place a mouse trap because the mouse is out and about again, and that kind of freaks her out a little bit. So he has gone ahead and gathered a little bit of water, and let's go ahead and check his needs. He seems to be doing pretty good. The laundry is still wet because it has been raining all night long. I may send him out and have him go out on a little bit of a hunt because we do need to get some hunting done so that we can get some meat into the household before it becomes the next season. We want to make sure we have plenty of meat in the house for cooking and things like that. So I'm just going to send him out hunting, and that way we'll have some things in the house available. I told you to change Erlene's diaper. Are you not going to do that? Breastfeed the baby, and then you can get yourself a serving of food here. The baby's like, I'm really not that hungry, thanks. Alright, so Erlene's not hungry. That's perfectly fine. We will just go ahead and let you get something to eat for yourself here, Aurora. It's perfectly fine. Just put Erlene down and get yourself a bite to eat. Amos is off hunting, and you can just tend to yourself here. Go ahead and grab a serving of that. Let's get her to eat something, and then I'm going to try my hand at making some cream, and hopefully we'll be able to make some cheese curds if she's able to make the cream. I did try making cream the other day and it didn't work, so I don't know if she'll be able to do that or not, but we will give it a shot. Maybe since she now knows how to make cheese curds, it'll work. We'll just have to see. She is so petrified of that mouse. I mean, we did set a trap. Why did that not work? All right, let's go ahead and see if she's able to make the cream now. Okay, it looks like learning about making cheese curds has made her know how to make the cream. So she is getting started on making that, which is fantastic. That little bit of knowledge has helped her out, which is wonderful. So our items are not going to go to waste. She's going to be able to make this cream. And once she makes the cream, we'll be able to go ahead and go out to the machine outside and make those cheese curds, which is going to be fantastic. It'll make us one step closer to making cheese, which is going to be wonderful. And once she's done making this cream, I'm going to have her place down another mouse trap, and hopefully we can get rid of that mouse. I think at some point she would probably tell Amos, like, can you do something about this house and the fact that we have this mouse? Because honestly, I cannot take having mice in the house, and I think she would have him repair the wall and get rid of the mice in the house. She has reached level 5 cooking, so we love that. Alright, so let's go ahead and go out here and let us do the creamy cheese curds. Oh, I think she might be expecting, which is fantastic. I think we're going to be having us another little one. And it looks like Trader Jacques is here. I don't actually know that we need anything from Trader Jacques, but that being said, we are about to go into summer, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we need for summer. So for summer, we need cucumbers, artichokes, red currant, pumpkin, lettuce. So let's go ahead and see if we can get her to trade with him, and we can purchase some items for summer that we can plant in our garden for summertime. And we'll hold on to those so that we can plant some summer items in our garden to grow. Alright, so we are going to look and see if we can get some things for summer. So we want artichokes. Let's get 2 artichokes. We want some cucumbers. Let's do 2 cucumbers. Let's do 4 cucumbers, and we'll do 4 of the artichokes. We'll do 4 of each. And then we need red currant, and we need lettuce. He may not have any lettuce. Oh, he does have lettuce. Let's do lettuce and pumpkin. Oh, it doesn't look like he has any pumpkin. There's orange pumpkin. All right, let's go ahead and get those things. All right, so she did make her first cheese curd, and we've updated the notebook for that. Let's go in and see what we need to do with the cheese curd now. Let's put it in our inventory, and I wonder if we have to do anything with the machine now. Fresh cheese, no. Ingredients, no. Okay. So it has to drain for 3 hours. Let's just leave it there. It's draining. The laundry is still pretty wet. I'm just going to have her come out and gather a little bit of water here. And let's go ahead and check and see if the coop needs to be tended to. It doesn't look like it. And let's check our calendar. So tomorrow is the last day of spring, and then we'll be heading into summer. So tomorrow we'll pull up our garden and we'll start preparing for our summer of putting down our summer plants and getting ready for our summer planting. I'm going to go ahead and get her in here to make a little bit of salt, and we'll see if we need to get anything ready for making cheese once our cheese curds have drained. Once she's done making the salt, we can probably get her to continue reading her book about cheese. We've got laundry everywhere. And Amos is just about finished hunting, so then we will find out how he's done. When he comes home, he's going to desperately need a bath to get himself all cleaned up here after being out hunting and being sweaty and things of that nature. It looks like we do have some things over here that we can dig, so I'm just going to get him to come and dig, and then we'll get him into the bathtub, and we'll find out what it is that he got from his hunting adventure so that we can check out the meat stores for our family. So that'll be good. But Aurora's going to go ahead and get some more cheese making reading in so we can find out how that's going. It does look like our laundry is finally dry, and Trader Jacques is helping us with the laundry, which is fantastic. We love that. Why don't you go ahead and hang this on the line? Alright, so Amos is home. He got on his hunting a pigeon and a squirrel. Oh, I'm sorry, he got 2 pigeons and a squirrel. So we'll get him to come and cut up all of this meat once he's done with his bath. And we also got a bunch of things for our fridge because he did get the harvest up. So we'll just go ahead and put everything in the fridge from gathering the harvest. And he just dug up some orange topaz, so that's fantastic. And he just got a small animal pelt, so that's fantastic. We can use that in crafting recipes requiring any wool or that's requiring any wool. Okay, great. Alright, why don't you go ahead and do a little bit of the wash. She's like, well, I kind of wanted to talk to my husband. I understand that, but let's get a little bit of the chores done. I'm going to have him come in and grab himself a serving of food because I want that to be eaten before it goes off. And let's go ahead and hang those on the line as well.
Shorg. Velbina. To know.
And then you can replace this water and we'll put some more fresh in and put some flowers in so they'll smell nice as well. So we have made it into August of 1398. We are at some point also going to need to go and head over and see Camilla. I am wanting to have her try for a baby. Remember, she had lost her child. And so we are going to need to get her to try for a little one. I'm just going to go have Aurora come and clean the coop and gather the eggs. I wonder if she can make craft equipment. Nope, just a forager's basket's all she can make. I wonder if he can craft anything. Craft bait. Carrot, pigeon, squirrel. So he needs some fruit, and then he can craft some rabbit bait. Maybe we can find some fruit around, and he can harvest some fruit and make some rabbit bait. That would be nice. I don't think we have any fruit in the fridge. Let's take a look and see.
Happy Apollo Chopper, Bazric Tumbra Zanoi. Flume Apollo Chopper?
No, we don't, but maybe we can buy something.
Ukinik Safoya. Jessene Klonkas Rabana. Oh, Quapo. Filbar. New Beam.
Clearly these two are pretty good friends, which is really nice. But the time for trading is over, so he's unfortunately unable to be able to get anything from Trader Jacques to help with making the rabbit bait. She's like, shoo, Fox, get on out of here. Go on, get. You can't go after my rabbits and my chickens. You need to get on out of here. Alright, so our cream is ready. Let's grab the cheese curds. And let's go over here and see what we can make. So she has a bowl of creamy cheese curds used in cheese making. This bowl of curds can be used as an ingredient in recipes. Great. Whey. High protein liquid left behind after curdling and straining. So now, what does she do? Let's just put everything in the fridge for now. At the very least, we are making progress in making things. I don't know. Let's package up the salt. And let's see if she can make anything now. Doesn't look like it. She can make whipped cream, and she can make cream. And she can make, it looks like that's all she can currently make. She's decided to go have herself a bit of a bath, and I'm going to get him to come over here and cuddle with Erlene a little bit, and maybe he can go ahead and give her a little bit of a diaper change. I don't actually think she needs her diaper change, but he can love on her a little. He hasn't really had a chance to see her a whole lot. He's been hunting, he's been doing his blacksmithing, and so he hasn't had a lot of time to spend with his daughter, so he's going to spend a little bit of time with her.
Kipoma young. Oh, umfra youngie. Umfra. So youngie. Ah, youngie Bermuda. Oh, walks when zap. Ah, youngie Bermuda. Oh, walks when zap. Maparoo. Oh, Hunrum. Yatafina. Imuyib.
He's like, I love you so much, little girl. All right, you're going to need to clean up a little bit. Or, I mean, Aurora, it's just really nasty. She's like, well, I'm going to do a little bit of laundry. Okay. She always wants to do the laundry. There's never any clotheslines. How is everyone's hunger? He's good, and so is she. So once you're done with the baby, why don't you go ahead and go to the washroom, Amos? She has washed up some laundry here, which is great, except for we do have the 2 loads that are hanging trying to dry. And let's go ahead and get her to make a little bit of sugar. She is so sick right now. I definitely think she is pregnant. So she's making a little bit of sugar, and he is just going and cleaning up a little bit. I think he is going to come and see how she's doing.
Hey, Tuga. Fambo. Fueb. Wanawatsu.
Smishy Lafana.
Oh, it's like, how are you, my love? I feel like I haven't seen you much today. I've been out doing things out on the countryside, and I went hunting, and I've been doing my blacksmithing, and I just wanted to check in with you. And she's like, I'm doing so great, honey. I learned how to make cheese today. Some curds are in the fridge, and I'm really excited with all of the things that I'm learning. And he's like, that's wonderful. And she's like, it really is. She wants to be friendly with him. All right, why don't you tell a joke?
Open. Vappin. Loopy.
Oh, Ruscan, Lampima.
All right, he wants to craft something, so we will let him come on out here, and maybe he can craft something. Let's put you out here. You can craft a shelf, and that will be good. And she's like feeling so much better now that she has had a chance to chat with her husband. This sugar has been completed. Let's go ahead and see about making a meal for the family. Okay, she can make pottage and chunky vegetable stew. Let's go ahead and get her to make the stew, just because that'll be something nice and filling for them. So she's going to make them some chunky vegetable stew, and then we will go ahead and get her to change the diaper when she's done. He's just gonna, make this shelf. He wants to craft something and feel productive. He definitely is, active. He really likes to keep himself busy, and he is constantly wanting to do things to better himself. And so Amos keeps himself really, really busy between going out hunting, taking care of the farm, keeping himself making things here at the blacksmith table. He is constantly doing something and constantly trying to do, the betterment of his family, really. So he is just always, always hard at work. And with her, she's constantly in here taking care of the family, cooking and cleaning. And now she's got a little Arlene to think of. Arlene, who is really not happy right now. So this family just really works together like clockwork. They are doing well. They are growing up here, and I think they're making pretty good progress. We're going to tomorrow pull up this garden, and we'll plant for our summer. But I do think we are going to go ahead soon and head over. We're going to see Camilla and Abram, and we're going to see about getting them set up with, you know, trying for another little one. Hopefully we'll be able to get them to try for a pregnancy, and maybe they'll be able to get themselves set up with family, because as we know, they unfortunately lost their first child, and so that's never a good thing. She's just currently polishing the silver. She may end up going ahead. We'll get her to maybe mend some clothes and get some things done here around the house as far as that goes. He's just out here talking to the birds. He does like to do that. They both like to do that. They're going to just talk about some music. Maybe he can give them a gift. What has he got to give? Give wool? I don't really think you should give your wool away. What else do you have to give?
Maximum Yolnik. Ah, yeah. Bibo, you shot. Maximum Yolnik.
Nothing, hey?
Oh, Bibo, you shot. Maximum Yolnik. Oh, hun.
You're not supposed to be feeding Erlene a bottle. He's like, well, she was mending some clothes, so I just took it upon myself. Okay, we'll pretend like we didn't see that. So it is 6:14 p.m. We are... No, we're not going to be a freegan. All right. It is 6:14 p.m., which is getting really close to being September in the game here. We are just going to go ahead and we're going to head over and see Camilla and Abram now, and we are going to see if we can get them with child. Okay, so we have arrived here in the other Smith residence. This is, as we know, Camilla and Abram. Abram must have been swimming because he is in his swimming attire. Or maybe that's his sleeping attire. I'm not really sure. But they are going to do a little bit of dancing, it would seem. Once they're done with that, I am going to just go ahead and have him approach her and get her, hopefully, to be able to agree to try for another little one. So he's just going to ask her if they can try for a baby. He's just going to tell her, you know, I think enough time has passed that we should try again for another little one. I hate that we lost our first child, and I would really like for us to try to have another one. Neither one of them are mourning any longer after the loss of their little one, and so I think enough time has definitely passed for them to try again. And I do think that Camilla would be open to that. Obviously, she wants to be a mother. Obviously, she wants to give Abram... no, we're not going to go on a date right now. Obviously, she wants to give him a child, and she wants to have a child. So I do think that she would be open to that. And so they are going to definitely go ahead and head into the bedroom and see if they can try for a little one. I am hoping that they are going to be successful in that. They have 7 more baby tries, so hopefully, you know, this one will be successful. But if not, they have plenty of tries left. Are you guys going to... She likes mischief. Okay, you can like mischief, but go on in and see about getting pregnant if you don't mind. She's like, okay, we're going. She's thinking to herself, we can try, but the last time, you know, it just didn't go all that well. I know it didn't, but hopefully this was, you know, going to be successful. You're going to have better odds the second go around. That is my hope for them. And we will just check and see how they are feeling as far as their needs go. It looks like, you know, Abram is feeling a little bit hungry, so once they are done, he can go ahead and get himself a bite to eat. And she's starting to feel a little bit tired, which does make sense. It is starting to get a little bit later. I probably am going to, though, get her to get busy doing a little bit of the wash, because it would seem that, you know, they have laundry that needs to be washed up. So we'll get her to replace the water, and then she can do a little bit of the wash here. So we'll get her doing that. And also, we're going to go ahead and get Abram to do a little bit of the harvesting, and we'll pull up the harvest for this family as well. All right, so they have finished trying for a baby. She's going to get up and replace the water in the wash basin, and he's going to grab himself a bite to eat, and then we'll send him out to gather the harvest, and she can go ahead and get some laundry going, and then maybe check on some of the animals. It will be nice to kind of get this family settled up a little bit here and the things that they need to do. So let's get her to just do a little bit of this wash that's lying around everywhere. He's like, oh, this is, you know, kind of sad, piddly food. Well, hopefully we can get your harvest up and you'll have some things that you guys can cook. That'll be nice. Once she's done with the wash, she can deal with the animals. I don't actually know how often he goes out hunting, so they don't really have a whole lot of things to choose from as far as cooking goes, other than gruel. So they're living on gruel right now as well. You know, they aren't very well off, so it is to be expected. She's going to, okay, the chickens are good. We'll call over Honey and let her take care of the cow, and he's gonna do this harvest, and then we can check and see if there's any honey, which it doesn't look like there is. Okay, go ahead and harvest the garlic. All right, why don't you go ahead and clean Honey and feed Honey and milk Honey, and you can harvest all, and then put that in your inventory, will you? Is that everything? Oh no, here, you can come harvest these as well. Okay, so we've got some things that we can put in the fridge now, and we've got some sage, and we have some parsley, and we have some mushrooms. It's not a whole lot to speak of, but it's better than nothing. And let's go ahead and get him to come clean the coop. She is milking the cow currently, so hopefully that will turn out well for us. And she'll be able to obtain that milk, and the cow won't kick it over. She's just petting her like, good girl. All right, so we did get 6 bottles of milk. That's fantastic. He's cleaning the coop up here. There aren't any eggs currently, so there's that.
Sippin' froz. Sinoshe. Oh, can a game? Oh, move.
Sibuna Torble Farbe.
Flizza.
Tarshin.
Bouchard.
Let's get them a trash can for their property. And let's check to see if she is pregnant. Yes. All right, so she has 6 more baby tries now after this one, and she is currently pregnant, which is great. It is currently 9:25 p.m. They are both feeling pretty tired. I'm going to go ahead and, after she is done throwing away this trash, we're going to send her in to go to bed because Camilla is feeling a little bit tired now. So she is just going to clean up a little bit, and then we'll head her in to go to sleep. And Abram is also feeling a little bit tired, so we'll send him on into sleep, and we'll let them get a little bit of much needed rest. They have done their harvest. They've taken care of their animals. The laundry, of course, is needing to dry because it's still pretty wet, so they can't change over the wash that she just did, but they have done what they needed to do, so we absolutely love that. We have been able to get them pregnant, so they are going to be able to carry on, and we are going to go ahead and head over back to our main household because Erlene is going to be aging up into an infant. So let's go see our main household. Okay, we have arrived back in the main household, and as you can see, everyone seems to be doing pretty good. It is the middle of the night, so I'm just going to go ahead and get our adults into bed here and let them get a little bit of rest, and in the morning when everyone wakes, we will go ahead and age Erlene up into an infant. So I will see you when they wake. Okay, so everyone is up. It is about 6:24 a.m. We are in October of 1398, and as you can see, We have found out that Aurora is definitely eating for 2. She is in her first trimester, which is fantastic news. We are going to go ahead and let her get herself a bite to eat of this vegetable stew here after they're done dancing, I suppose. He went out the first thing this morning and he fixed the clothesline that was broken because it had snapped, and then he came right in and wanted to dance with his wife. He's so happy with her and so in love. These two are just, you know, the picture of happiness. We absolutely love how happy they are together. Look at them. Are they just not the sweetest thing you've ever seen? They're so happy in love. And they are expecting another child, and Amos could not be happier with Aurora. He just is on top of the world. And I think she is going to let him know that she is expecting. Let's see if I can tell him that she is having a baby. Can she tell him that she's having a baby? Brag about baby. Gossip. Deep thoughts. Share the big news. There we go. So she's going to go out and she's going to tell him that they are expecting another little one. She's like, honey, guess what? We're having another baby. And he's like, oh my gosh, really? And she's like, yes, we are. He's like, oh, that is fantastic. He's feeling super confident about it. He's like, I knew we could have another one. So they are feeling really, really good. He is going to go ahead and go out here and take care of Clara, give her a little feed, a little clean, and a milk. We are going to go ahead and send her in to take care of the baby. She's got a dirty diaper and could probably stand to be fed this morning. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we are then going to have Mom go ahead and age up Erlene as well. And as we know, the infants don't have to have a death roll. They just get to age up. So we are happy about that. We don't have to worry about, you know, any type of catastrophe or disaster happening with Arlene. And so we are going to just be aging her up, and she will get another 6 days on the timeline. So we will age her up, find out what her trait is, and we'll hop into cast with her, and we'll see what she's going to look like. And then we are going to go ahead and probably get our garden going, and then from there we will head over and we will see the Sandoval family, because they have a little one that is also aging up into an infant today. So Arlene is going to be a cautious infant. It says these Sims appreciate the familiar but are slow to warm up to new experiences, locations, and Sims. So she has dark hair like her daddy. Let's go ahead and hop into cast with Arlene and give her her makeover. There is little Arlene Smith. And let's go ahead and jump back in the game. We are going to go ahead and we are going to do our garden. And then we're going to head over and we're going to age up Mazzelina Sandoval to an infant. And then we are also going to age up Odalyn Sandoval to a toddler. Okay, now that we are back in the game, let's go ahead and deal with our garden. We are going to take out our spring garden here, and we are going to put in plants for our summer, and we will have our summer plants growing. So let's go ahead and get those planting. So we will put our currant out, and then we have, where are all of our plants? All of our plants that we bought are missing. All we have is currant. Everything else is gone. Well, that's just great. I guess she has used them all in the chunky vegetable stew. That's not really what I wanted her to do, but great. I guess we'll get her to come and plant the currant, and we'll have to, when Trader Jacques comes back over, get more cucumbers and pumpkins and artichokes so that we can plant those in our garden, because she used them in the chunky vegetable stew when she made the chunky vegetable stew. But for now, we have the red currant is being planted. And so we'll have her plant all that, and then we'll have her water everything. She is currently in her first trimester still. She'll be in her second trimester in 21 hours. So she is on her way with her pregnancy here. I mean, technically she's just getting started out here, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so our garden is started off for the summer season here. And let's go ahead and head over to the Sandoval family. Okay, here over at the Sandoval residence, we are going to be aging up little Mazzelina, who is here in the crib. So let's go ahead and have Mom come over and age her up. As we know, she does not have to roll a death roll. So we're going to go ahead and age her up first and see what she is going to look like when she becomes an infant. And we also are going to be aging up Odalyn. Odalyn is aging up to a toddler. And for that, we will have to do a death roll for her. So Mazzelina has aged up. She is going to be Wiggly. These Sims are always on the go and want to play and move about. However, they often struggle to fall asleep or pay attention for extended periods of time. She has dark hair like her mom, which is super cute. It looks like both of the girls got black hair like their mom. We are also going to go ahead and we're going to be aging up little Odalyn. Odalyn, as a toddler, can't roll a 4, 8, 12, or a 16. We will be aging her up. I think maybe I might see if Mom can bake a cake. Let's see if she has the skills for that. Breads and pies. No, it doesn't look like it. Can she bake a cake? No. Can she cook a cake? She could make... Do they have honey? Let me look. Let's get her to collect some honey and see how much honey they get. And then if she is able to collect enough honey, she might be able to make a honey cake. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting attacked by the bees. I mean, that's pretty much to be expected. She only got 1 honey, so I don't know if that's going to be enough, but let's take a look and see. No. Is that all they have is the 1? Yes. Alright, she could technically make a chocolate cake. Let's get her to make a white cake. personally think that she would only be able to make like a honey cake, but we're going to have her make a cake so that Odalyn can age up, and then we will blow out the candles and hop into Cass with her, and then we will do her roll and see how she does. She's like, I mean, I'm making this cake. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm not that much of a great cook, but, you know, I'm doing what I can. I'm doing my part. And we love you for it, Gundria. We do. All right, let's go ahead and put birthday candles on this cake. Let's put it in the middle. Add birthday candles. And let us help blow out the candles with Odalyn. Andre, you're always late for work. All right, Odalyn, happy birthday, sweet girl. All right, so Odalyn is going to have the traits of clingy and bubbly, and she is going to keep her black hair, of course. And let's go ahead. We are going to hop into Cass. We will give both of our girls their makeover, and we are going to roll for Odalyn to see if she is going to survive her toddler roll or not. Again, she can't roll a 4, 8, 12, or a 16. Let's go ahead and pull up our dice and give that a roll. She rolls a 15, which is a good roll. Odalyn is going to make it, and let's go ahead and give them their makeovers, and then we will jump back into the game. Okay, so we are back in the game, and these two girls have gone through their birthdays, which is fantastic. As you can see, Andre is off to work. We are just going to let them continue on here. And we are going to need to get Gundria to try for another baby. It is time for her to try for another little one. But for now, we are just going to have her go ahead and come out and try to take care of some of the farm. So we're going to have her come out and check on the chickens. She's going to clean the coop and she will collect the eggs, and she's going to clean and feed the cow, and she will milk the cow, and we'll make sure that everything is kind of taken care of here. I do believe that the children are okay. Yeah, they are. So everyone seems to be okay. It looks like Odalyn is helping herself to a little bit of food here, which is fantastic. She has a good appetite, which is great. And so she just kind of was helping herself to a little bit of gruel there. She must have been feeling a little bit hungry. I'm going to put the honey in the fridge, and we'll put some of the other food that's in Mom's inventory away in the fridge here. We also have 5 eggs, and we have 2 hatchable eggs. So I'm going to have Mom go ahead and incubate those in the coop. So we'll get those incubating so that hopefully we can get those to hatch. So that'll be fantastic. And I mean, obviously we want some chicks in the household here so that we'll have more chickens. So that'll be fantastic if that can take place. Obviously, if we have more chickens, we'll have more eggs, and that will help our family out significantly. It is currently, like I said, it's now November in the game, so we are well on our way to finishing up this part. After we have Andres come back home, I will probably just have them go ahead and try for another little one, and then we will go ahead and we will finish up this part here. Let's go ahead and go put away the milk, shall we? She's like, sure, we can do that. Let's put away all of the milk, actually. Oh, they also have some wheat, so let's put that up. Wonderful. So it looks like Odalyn has learned her imagination, and she has learned some communication skill. Mom and her are just having a little bit of a chat, which is fantastic. I'm going to have her go ahead and add birthday candles to this cake, and we'll just pop it in the fridge so that they'll have that on hand for their next birthday that they have to go through, which will be great. She is just going to go in here and tend to the little one. Mazzelina was kind of a little bit fussy there. And we're going to work on talking with Odalyn and get up her communication skill a little bit more. Oh, why is Mazzelina so upset? She is sad because she is tired. Well, honey, go to sleep. Try to go night-night, Mazzelina. So Andre's sad because where is my lover? Obsessive Sims become sad when not having their loved ones around. Oh my goodness. So I think that Andre, when he comes home, is definitely going to want to spend some quality time with Gundria because he is missing her company. He's missing her being around. He is feeling forlorn. So I do think he's definitely going to want to spend some time with her. I think that he's realizing how much he misses her while he's away at work. So I think that, he'll definitely want to make up for some lost time. I am just going to have Gundria go ahead and get a little bit of cross-stitching in now that she's worked on some communication with Odalyn. And she will, spend a little bit of time working on her own hobbies. It does look like Odalyn has decided she really loves anything that makes sound. So that's wonderful. She likes loud noises, I guess. But I am going to go on over here and let her talk a little bit. Odalyn, why don't you come over and talk to this bear? I do think at some point we're going to need to rearrange this house a little bit. Odalyn doesn't have a place to sleep anymore, and so we are going to have to change this house up a little bit because now Odalyn does doesn't have anywhere to rest, and when she gets tired, she's going to want to have a place to sleep, and she's not going to have anywhere to take a nap. So that's definitely not going to be ideal. We also are going to need to do some potty training. So Mom's going to have to get in here and do some potty training for Odalyn. So let's go ahead and get her potty trained a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and take her on in there and potty train her, please? No, really, potty train Odalyn. She's like, come on, Odalyn, let's get in here and do some potty training. So they have a little bit of a strict family dynamic. I kind of expected that was going to happen. Odalyn is seeming to be a little bit headstrong, and Gundria's like, we can't have that. You have to listen to me when I tell you that you have to learn to potty. You have to actually get in here and you have to let me potty train you. So, you know, they're kind of bonking heads a little bit, but Gundria's like, I am the one that makes the rules in this house, other than your father, of course, and you have to listen, Odalyn. And Odalyn's like, well, that just doesn't seem right. But we are learning a little bit of potty skill here, which is going to be fantastic. Once she's done doing the potty skill with Odalyn, I think I'm going to go ahead and get Mom to come in here to the kitchen, and we're going to make a little bit of gruel for the family. That way they will have a meal ready, because I do think that everyone's going to start getting hungry. And obviously Andre will be coming home from work soon, and she'll want a meal to be ready for him once he gets home. So we will have her come on into the kitchen and get started making a little bit of a meal. They can't live on, you know, the cake that she made. And plus we have put the cake away with the candles on it so that it's ready for the next birthday. So they won't be tapping into that. So we do want some, you know, home cooked meal going on here. And even though it's gruel, it's not something that is really filling. It kind of keeps them lacking. It's better than nothing. And so, you know, that's what she's going to make, is the gruel. As their garden gets better, they will start to be able to make better meals. But until then, we'll have what we have. So she's just in here checking on Mazzelina now. And then she's going to go ahead and grab herself a serving of the gruel while she waits for Andre to come on home. So the girls are going to go ahead and grab themselves a bite to eat. It is starting to get a little bit late. And so after she grabs herself something to eat, we'll go ahead and come on in here and we will give the little one a bit of a feed. And then when Andre gets home, we will allow him to possibly grab himself a serving of food. And then we're going to have these two try for a baby and see if they are successful at that. As we know, these two have like 10 more baby tries, I believe. So yeah, they do 10 more baby tries. So we will definitely want them to go ahead and try for a baby and see if they can. Why is he too sad to do this? He's not sad at all. Asked to cuddle. He's going to be like, you want to cuddle with me? And she's going to be like, why are you sad? Go ahead and try for a baby with your woman. So they're cuddling in bed here together and spending some quality time together. He was sad because he was away from her. That's why he was sad. So they are going to try for a baby. Her brothers come over with a gift. Honestly, they don't have time for that. They are trying for a baby right now.
Lovo Canathoy, Numiv, Ams, Niara Enizuk.
Nasty before Simonis Arrow. Niba Deso.
Kisanoy Wanna. Niara Enizuk, Van Tarble, Fimpy.
Oh, Bisha.
Oh.
Shalip Smetzel.
They're like, you're going to have to hold on. We are actively trying for a child. After we do that, we'll invite you into the house, Amos, and then you can give us the gift that you have for us. But right now we are spending some very much needed quality time together. I am going to let Odalyn come in here and have herself a little bit of a nap. Maybe actually she could, oh no, all she can do is send him home. All right, Andre has gone ahead and invited in Amos. We are going to check Gundria and see if she is expecting, and she is not, it looks like. So they now have 9 baby tries left, and she is currently not expecting. We will have to try again for her. Look at him. He's like, hey sis, I brought you a gift. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. But we are going to go ahead and we are going to leave this episode here. Unfortunately, Gundria did not get pregnant with that try for a baby. We will have to try again for her in the next episode and see if we can get her pregnant. She just unfortunately was unable to get with child on this go around. And, you know, sometimes that happens. But we are going to leave this here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in 1399, where we are going to continue on with our Smith family, and we will be seeing Aurora and Amos with little Erlene, and as we know, they are expecting another child. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.